Hello everybody, this is Lise from Fallen Misfits, and today I was really hoping to be able to share with you the results of the last scrim that we were trying to organize, and unfortunately we did 2 tries but we didn't manage to get the match. And that scrim was supposed to be an internal kind of scrim, 50% of our guys on one side, 50% on the other. But I think we didn't search at the right time. We were also, obviously, because we have one main clan, we were on 20 versus 20, 25 versus 25. So a large number of clans who searched for these numbers. And also we were not really able to line up properly on the top side of our matchup. And so we didn't get the match. Very disappointed, but we won't give up. We'll organize it some other time, and I'm sure I'll have some awesome attacks to show you then. But in the meantime, we did some more against your usual farming clans, and there are still some nice attacks, and so I will be sharing with you 2 from Misfit's Lair, where half of our clan was, and also another one from the Misfit Den, which is where the other guys were. And so the first one is going to be one of mine. And I like this one because the base was pretty maxed up and the Archer Queen was really high. And obviously the design of the base obviously is not the best. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that, but I decided to go with this base. I didn't want to Laloon it because the ADs were overlapping, as you can see, pretty much in the core. And also I attacked the second on that base, so it was scouted from an air attack, and so I knew where one of the double giant bomb was, and I thought there's a lot of weakness on that base that I could use obviously to get the 3-star using a surgical GoHo, like a surgical shattered GoHo, so 2 golems, rest of hogs. I decided to take 2 loons to take out some of the defenses on the outside because they were easy to get to. And also there were some little holes in some areas of the base, and so I decided to use a couple of barbs just to trigger, just in case, to check if they were giant bombs. And then it's a simple, push in for the queen with your kill squad, deploy your hogs surgically, heals in danger zones, and hope you get towards the end of the raid. And so let's watch it. So I put down the barbs in 2 of the open boxes, put down the loons, and start my GoHo attack from the bottom. And that's where I told you the base was scouted before, and I knew that there was a double giant bomb at the bottom. I mean, really, guys, if you build the base, don't put giant bombs in such obvious area as well on the way to the Archer Queen, because necessarily those will get triggered and they will do no damage to the opponent at all. And so there's lava in the clan castle, which obviously I knew as well, so I decided to ignore it rather than use that healer sort of trick. And it didn't cause much of a problem. Obviously my Archer Queen is really high level. Maybe what it did the worst is that my Archer Queen focused on it too much and she missed the jump, and as she's ready to move forward into the base, she has to get through that wall, and so it delays a little bit the level of damage that she would have been able to do. But my hogs were deployed nicely, the heals kept them up. I was able to use a poison on the skellies, and as I get towards the back end of the raid, the lava's popped, but I have wizards everywhere for cleanup, large number of hogs left, and the pups from that lava hound are focusing on my golems, so they don't do any damage at all, and they're going to end up going towards my Archer Queen and just getting completely fried. So worked really well. Plan was successful, so I was pretty happy with that attack. And the second attack I wanted to show you was an attack from my friend Jass. And the beginning and the end of that attack were actually a little bit scary, but other than that, it was a really nice attack. So you look at that base. He decided to use a shattered GoHo on that base. Obviously, you would assume that the double giant bomb will be either in this area or around this area, and you know that he got 3-star in first try, so he didn't know where traps were, and it ended up that the traps were all outside. I mean, why would anyone ever do that? Go and wonder. But that's how he attacked. So he went in for the Archer Queen from the bottom because that's the most dangerous, obvious double giant bomb location. So he was hoping to trigger a double on the way to the Queen. And as I said, obviously there's no bombs inside the base, so he did that for no specific reason, but the reasoning is still very important. And the wall breakers die, and the Tesla as well hits his queen, and she almost dies really, really fast at the beginning of the raid. And as he uses the ability, he's got so little life on that archer queen left. I was really worried that was going to be the end of that attack. But she survived. The golems are in front tanking, so he can start the deployment of his hogs. He used a few giants to take the heat and deploy surgically his hogs around. A few hogs per defense, not so much on the top left, but for the rest, that's what he did. Use a poison for the skellies. And the archer queen, who almost died in the beginning, ended up being still alive towards the end of the raid, which really, when I saw how the attack was going in the beginning, I really didn't anticipate. And as he gets toward the back end, very few defense, you can still damage his hogs. His archer queen is still up, and he's got a large number of hogs. He's got wizards up top for cleanup and to help everything move very fast. And so the hogs here blowing a bomb, but obviously one giant bomb is not going to do damage to level 5 hogs. Not much will kill them, but at least they're still alive, and they drive towards the end of the raid. So that's what I wanted to share from this side of that scrim, and I'm going to now move on to the other clan and show you a few attack over there as well. And so I'm now on the side of the Misfits Den, where they also drew a random farming clan, and their bases were really bad. So I'm only going to show you one attack from here, because the attack was actually pretty fun. And so it was an attack done by Chuckles. And this is a pretty, I wouldn't say it's an internet base, but it's pretty common. You have the town hall left in the middle, a lot of space. And generally what it's tending to try to get you to do is have your troops just go around, and stop you from getting to the town hall to get the second star. And so Chuckles was pretty smart in the way he's done it. So he decided to go in with an AQ walk on the bottom right side of the base, push in with to the core with his kill squad from the bottom left, and then use hogs towards the top end to finish and get that 3-star. And so I thought it was pretty smart. He cuts the funnel on that side with a few minis. He's patient enough to make sure that the funnel break is pretty clear, and that his archer queen is not going to go and walk too much. And as you can see, he's also breaking the funnel on that side as well with the mini. So he is doing that with very few troops. And I don't know if you've, obviously I am sure you've all already seen that, but the way to deal with the CC when you do an AQ walk is you have your archer queen, you have your healers, and you put the rage on top of both. And so the speed at which the healers are going to heal the queen is going to be enough to take down the entire CC without the queen losing any life. And that works really well, very, very effective. Make sure that the CC is no issue for the entire raid. So he's broken the funnel. The archer queen is going for a walk. She's starting to take down defenses, and as you can see, he's got a very high level archer queen, level 28. But you have to really be careful when you do an AQ walk like this. When there is more than 2-point defense on her at once, she loses life very, very quickly, even though he's using 3 healers on her at this point to heal her up. He's using a healer on that golem towards the bottom because he uses only one golem at this point. And as you can see, the archer queen, as soon as there is 3-point defense on her, he needs to use the ability to make sure that she stays alive. So, depending on your, obviously AQ walk, I think definitely it depends on your IQ level, depends on a large number of things, but it's just practice that's going to help you know how to go about it. And so as the 2 bottom sides are taken care of by the heroes, you can start to send in the hogs from the top to take down the upper defenses. Obviously he's got very few hogs to help with that side of the job, but because he's using 2 heals, he's able to take down all those big high HP buildings with a very relatively few number of hogs. And so he gets a lot of value from them, and he comes in and get that 3-star, which I think was great. Very interesting way of approaching that. So here it is. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I'll be on holiday very soon, so I'll try to do another 1 or 2 video before going, and I will let you know when I'm off, so that you're not surprised not to find any videos posted during that time. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time.